Didn't see you there. Just kidding. I've been looking at this camera for 30 minutes trying to get the right angle. Hello, everybody. My name is Bryinstein, and today I'm gonna tell you a story. Alright. Now, this isn't any ordinary story, okay? Yeah, it's not a made-up one. Well, technically it's made up. In fact, most stories are made up. But this story was not made up by me. It was made up by my cousin, Sabrina. She was in the video Cousin Comedy Shorts. And it's a good video. If you haven't seen it, there will be a link in the description. It's down there, I think. Unless the video is upside down and I upload it wrong, in which case it's up there. But it should be down there. Anyway, so the name of this book is Paper Airplanes. And there's cool illustrations. Dedication, blah, blah, blah. Okay. Hairball. Okay, let's start. Lacey lives in a quiet, lonely Mayfield hospital. Since she has a medical... Okay, let's do that again. Lacey lives in a quiet, lonely Mayfield hospital. Since she has a medical condition that disables her from going out. That's so sad. A medical condition that disables her from going outside. That's sad. Anyway, okay. Continuing. She has long red hair and big blue eyes that look like the sky. Lacey is 15 years old and gets homeschooled. She wears a long dark blue dress but never goes out with it because, she's allergic to the outside. Sitting on a hospital bed every day and staring out the window. Whoops, I read that wrong. Okay, start over. Wearing a long, dark blue dress, but she never... Okay, I did it wrong again. Okay, give me a second. Sitting on a hospital bed every day and staring out the window is all Lacey ever does. Even the trees outside seem lonely. The only question that repeatedly pops up in her mind is, how does it feel to be outside? Okay, in the picture. Jesus, I screwed it up. How did I screw up showing you the picture? Jesus. Picture. That's Lacey. See, she has long red hair and blue eyes that look like the sky, even though her eyes and the sky are a different color. Doesn't matter. Anyway. So, yes, next page. Okay. One day, Lacey sees a boy her age with dark brown hair and dark brown eyes. This boy's name is Trip, and he thought that Lacey looked rather upset. Trip wrote a letter to Lacey, folded it into a paper airplane, and threw it through her window. As Lacey opened the airplane up, she began to read the letter. Whoops, screwed it up. For real, Brian? Okay. As Lacey opened the airplane up, she began to read. The letter asked if Lacey would like to be his friend. She agreed. Why is this boy just playing out in the yard of a hospital? What is he doing? Okay. Alright, Lacey starts looking forward to all of Trip's letters. Since he writes about how the weather feels and what flowers smell like, they make her feel as if she's really outside, smelling the flowers and fresh air. Lacey gets happier and happier each time Trip sends a new paper airplane through her window. One of Trip's letters read, "It is the beginning of my favorite season, spring, and the cherry blossoms are starting to bloom. I hope you will come join me in seeing them one day." This made Lacey more anxious to one day see the cherry blossom trees with Trip by her side. Whoops! I forgot to show illustration. My bad. Okay. Jesus. That's her reading the letters in her bed. And in case I forgot to show this one, this is Trip throwing the paper airplanes. Alright then. Jesus, it's taking way longer than I planned it to. One day, a nurse informed Lacey that she would be switching hospitals due to an increasing amount of patients. Lacey begins to feel upset on having to leave her one and only friend Trip. Oh, it's sad. Anyway, back to the story. Okay. Here's a picture of the nurse saying, "Sorry, Lacey, I'm afraid you're gonna have to move hospitals." Wait a minute. If she has a medical condition that prevents her from going outside, how is she gonna leave the hospital? Anyway. After hard thinking, Lacey decides that she will ask Trip if he would like to come. Lacey writes a letter to Trip that read, "Dear Trip." Wait, should I do a voice for it? No, I'll just read it normal. "Dear Trip, I will be moving to a new hospital in a few days. Would you like to join me?" Trip sends a paper airplane agreeing at the thought of coming with her. He also asks for the address. Stupid, man. Pictures. It's not much of a picture. It's just her folding up the paper airplane. Or drawing schematics for the paper airplane. I don't know. The day before Lacey leaves, she writes her address on a paper. Oh, that's what she was doing. Okay. She writes her address on a paper airplane. As she is about to send it through her window, she hears a pitter-patter of heavy rain. Lacey is unable to send her address to Trip. Oh no, this. On the day she is ready to leave, the rain continues to pour non-stop. If she threw the paper airplane now, it would only fail. Oh. Jesus, am I gonna forget every page? Alright, look. Nice clouds. Well, they're not nice clouds, they're mean clouds that are raining on Lacey's parade. Anyway, as she boards the carriage that is ready to take her to her new... Oh, so there's a carriage. The carriage goes into the hospital, picks up Lacey, and since she's in the carriage, it doesn't count as actually being outside. Okay, that makes sense, I think. Anyway, as she boards the carriage that is ready to take her to her new hospital, Lacey comes up with an idea. Lacey puts her paper airplane in a bottle and throws it as far as she can. She believes... My bad. She believes if she's meant to be with Trip again, then he will be able to find the bottle containing her address. This belief that she was depending on so much on was called... Okay, I screwed up that sentence. She believes if she is meant to be with Trip again, then he will be able to find the bottle containing her address. This belief that she was depending on so much was called fate. There, good sentence. This is her throwing the bottle out the window with reckless abandon, breaking the window into many smithereens, I believe. Anyway, 3 years later, Trip goes out to check on the magnificent magnolias he planted earlier that spring. He is surprised to see a bottle with a paper airplane in it. He immediately recognizes the paper airplane. 3 years? She throws the bottle, and she throws it so hard, it flies for 3 years before it lands in Trip's garden. Okay. That's not what it says, but I'm gonna guess that's what it is. Anyway. Here's a picture of the bottle next to Magnolia. Trip opened the bottle that looked like it had suffered a lot of damage. Of course, it was outside for 3 years. The airplane inside it looked as if it was brand new. As Trip opened the paper airplane, he is joyful to read the address of his long-lost friend Lacey. There. Didn't butcher it too bad. That's Trip finding paper airplane. These are wonderful illustrations. I wish I could draw 1/4 as good as this. Anyway, Trip immediately takes a carriage to the address. He arrives at Lacey's new hospital called Charming the very next day. The Charming hospital was lively, friendly, and welcoming. Trip began to worry that Lacey might have forgotten him since it had been so long. Is this Charming hospital? It's a smaller picture. I need to get it closer. Hey, it's all sparkly. It's cool. I wish my house had sparkles on it. Anyway, he walked through the hospital door, past the patients, and to the front desk. Trip asked the nurse if there was a girl named Lacey who lives in the hospital. The nurse says Lacey is outside playing with the children. Oh my gosh, she's outside! sorry, I'm a bit too excited. Now this Trip asking the questions. Surprised by the nurse's response, Trip goes outside and watches in disbelief as she sees Lacey carelessly playing around and smelling the flowers. She has completely recovered. Oh, yeah, that's nice. Here, Lacey is on the swing, completely recovered in her nice dress. Same dress she wore last time. Anyway, right when Lacey saw Trip, she ran up to him and gave him a hug that squeezed the breath out of him. Trip figured it was payback for taking so long to find her. Here's Trip. Lacey. Jesus. These people's clothes change in a heartbeat. Anyway, after having to live in a hospital her whole life, Lacey didn't know many things about the outside world. There were so many things that were new to her, like markets, parks, and even some of the plants outside. Trip was determined to teach Lacey all about these things, and Lacey was happy to learn them. Lacey even started to learn how to take care of plants. These are two nice flowers. She planted plants. She planted Perry the plug. She planted plants from magnolias to strawberries. When her edible plants were finished growing, she would share them with the town. Finally, after so long, Lacey and Trip were able to go outside with each other. And this is Lacey and Trip just chilling on the corner, talking, having a good time. Oh, that's the end. Anyway, about the author, Sabrina, blah blah blah, Brian's cousin, blah 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 blah. And there. Oh, this part's important. Okay. Sabrina's inspiration. Dang it! Why can't? How hard is it to read a book? Swear to God. Anyway, Sabrina's inspiration for her book came from her brother, who constantly wrote letters, folded them into airplanes, and threw them out his window. Splash painting, it's all pink, and this one's all blue. It seems to be a theme, pink and blue. Anyway, wonderful book. It's very nice. I enjoyed reading it. I hope you guys enjoyed watching me read it, like a complete idiot who is practically illiterate. Anyway, if you liked the video, go ahead and click the like button. If you didn't like the video, don't do anything. We can't have any dislikes. No, I'm kidding. You are entitled to your opinion. You can like or dislike this video at your own dismay, and it would be very nice if you subscribed as well and left a comment telling me what you liked and did not like about the video. Alright, thank you everybody. Goodbye. See you next time.